All my friends are dead. Welcome back to War for the Crown by Inspired Incompetence. How's everyone doing this month?
I'm almost totally alive.
I think I am straight up unconscious.
Indeed. Yeah, you guys you found yourselves in a warehouse known as the Dignified Repository, which had been completely overrun by these shady, mysterious figures.
Completely overrun.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking cockroaches.
Yep. With, giving each one a letter, A, B, C. We got all the way up to, I think, O by the time that combat finished. So, you guys definitely had your work cut out for you. And it showed because, as it stands right now, Sir Edwyn Grover Talbot is standing at about half health. Ckarl, the ever-present ninja, is wavering at about 1/5 of his total health.
Wavering? You want to try that again, Matt? Maybe
sputtering.
Okay, sorry. He's about to collapse with 20% of his health left.
That's not better, but whatever.
We have Petrit and Madame Ladian, who are both unconscious but stable.
I'm wavering at about -2.
Mm-hmm. And we have Vulpus at -2 HP and actively bleeding out. So that's
you know what I mean.
So that's where we're going to bring it in. All right, so Vulpus, I need a Constitution check from you.
Oh God, I forgot. I'm dying.
Yep, DC 12 Constitution check.
19.
Oh, 19 will do it.
Oh,
Oof, all that suspense, and Vulpus is fine.
1 month and a week of suspense.
All right. So Vulpus has stabilized after the power chord of doom that he played to finish off that fight, pretty much.
I forgot about that.
Yes, and Tom, take a hero point for the power chord of death.
Hell yeah.
Live by the note, die by the note. If you know what I mean.
It was so rock and roll.
And to recap, you guys all saw Petrit undergo a transformation of his own when things started to get hairy, and Petrit himself got a little hairy, and he resembles.
Oh yeah, what was up with that?
I don't know. You guys were saying
you
he was a
know.
werewolf. Yeah. I'm not telling.
Well, don't you think the viewers would like to know?
Yeah, and the suspense just makes the reveal all the better.
If only he was conscious, maybe you could ask him some questions.
Yeah.
Well, luckily,
his face kind of elongated a little bit, and he grew hair, and his whole demeanor changed, his voice changed, and he's currently unconscious, but he still looks like that, like this feral, bestial version.
Oh, so he didn't transform back once he lost consciousness?
That is correct.
That's how you know he's really bad.
That's how you know he's a real werewolf. The moon hasn't gone down yet.
What time of day is it?
Wasn't it getting a little bit later?
No, because you guys emerged from the underground in the Senate, and it was probably about midday then, and you guys pretty much beelined it immediately to this warehouse. So it's probably mid-afternoon at best.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to sleep either way.
Classic moon time.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, Petrit's not going anywhere.
Yes, Sir Talbot and Ckarl, you are awake, and your 3 comrades, as well as about 12 of these cultists, are unconscious around you. What do you do?
Wake up my comrades?
Loot the bodies.
The only way
Priorities.
a ninja knows how. Yeah. I mean, that's step 2, for sure.
I mean, honestly, if any of them have if they have potions of healing on them, that would be fucking huge.
Right.
Even
that
if
makes
each of them
sense.
just had a potion of cure light wounds.
Okay, so
But I'm
realizing that I
unconscious, so
can't open your eyes, whisper, check the bodies. No.
Bleh.
I'm gonna go around checking bodies because I can't. To my knowledge, I can't heal them. I mean, I could give them poison, but I don't think that would work.
I mean, you
Only
never
one
know
way
until
to
you
find
try.
Go
I'm a
around
man, not a
poisoning my
muck.
friends.
Edwyn's gonna relocate his unconscious party members so that they're all together.
You put them in like silly compromised positions.
Yep.
You know, like one of them's touching
Stack
the other's
furniture
butt.
on top of them.
Put furniture on them.
All right, where are you going to gather them?
I'm gonna give the room a once around. Does it look like there's any sort of like comfortable spot?
I mean, right in the middle of the warehouse, you do see a table with like 5 chairs around it. Other than that, you don't see any there's not like a couch or anything like that. It's a warehouse, you know.
Did we didn't secure this place?
We did not.
We killed a shit ton of people, but there could be just as many more people left for all we know.
So what are you going to do about it?
I guess I'm going to try to move some boxes to make us a little hiding spot, I guess.
I mean, there are well over 100 individual boxes and kegs and crates indicated on this map. Maybe just start going through those. I mean, you're kind of laughing, but they definitely hold something. They're probably not all empty.
Yeah.
I'm more
You
concerned
think it
about just
probably would
getting
take-
us a barricaded spot to set up almost as a place to treat.
Like a little triage center.
Yeah. If only you guys had a bunch of boxes to do that with.
How high up are these boxes stacked? Is it just 1 or 2 boxes? Or
Yeah, I mean, they're not stacked up to the ceiling or anything like that. So, I mean, you could easily gather a bunch to make yourself a little wall to hide yourselves in that corner if you wanted to. Just saying, there is always the option to just head out and heal up and come back.
Well, I can't carry. Well, maybe we could run the risk of running into somebody though on the way out.
Oh, don't mind us.
I think that maybe this is a little metagamey, but if we search one of these bodies, we probably know what more or less all of the people we just killed have. They're probably just all mooks. If we search somebody and we find a potion of cure light wounds, then we're whoa, we've got a fucking bunch of potion of cure light wounds all of a sudden. We can get everybody back on their feet.
Yeah,
But,
I'm missing a ton of health.
Just search one person, and that'll basically tell us what we have a full inventory of. That'll take just, I don't know, a minute. I don't know what Matt will say, but and then failing that,
Well, that doesn't take both me and Ckarl, so I can get started on boxes while he starts looking at corpses.
right? And then I don't know if it's a great idea to stay in here. We're in here, so we've infiltrated the place, but now we're in a position where if we don't have magical healing, we have to pray that they don't send a patrol to one of these large, easily accessible rooms. And if these boxes are only 1 or 2 high, they're gonna notice hey, there's a wall of boxes here where there used to only be 1 or 2 boxes tall, and I don't think we'd be able to hide from anybody. So
I'm a ninja, first of all, so I don't even need boxes to hide, but I
Well,
get
some-
what you mean
but
in
can-
general.
Some
Just
of these
can you be
boxes look like they're more than 5 feet wide, so
maybe I guess it'd be a maybe it's a skill check we have to make, make a stealth check and just see if one of you guys can assess how easily we could hide for a long period of time. But short of finding some potions on these guys, I'm thinking our best play is probably to try to just get everybody out where we don't need to worry about patrols in a hostile environment where we just killed a bunch of people, so they're on high alert. And obviously the city's kind of at war with itself right now, so there's nowhere that we can go within a short enough distance where you guys can carry 3 of us to that is gonna definitely be safe. But we could at least probably find some place to hunker down for 8 hours.
there isn't open warfare out on the streets, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's it's not crawling with combat, but I think if I think staggering our way a block away from this place and just finding I don't know, just some random building to lay low in might be a safer call than staying here and hoping that a patrol doesn't spot us. It's a gamble either way, but in my head, that seems like the better of the two. But
what are the odds we killed all the patrols? I mean, we were up to 0 for fuck's sake.
Just hurry up and check the body. Just check one.
I am. I'm checking my fastest.
Yeah,
dude.
check it quicker. Come on.
So you go through one of the, for now, one of the bodies. And on these guys, you find they are wearing leather armor. They have some darts, about 5 each. They've got a masterwork dagger. They have some weird holy symbol. They all have a whistle. They have 3 gold pieces and a couple smoke pellets.
All right, backup plan. Let's drag everyone to the boxes. I start dragging.
No, we're gonna try and make our way out. Why don't you scout ahead, and I'm going to
Like a ninja?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna start-
That's a good plan.
getting the bodies, our unconscious comrades, closer to the door.
I poke my head out.
All right.
What do I see?
Well, go ahead and give me a stealth check and a perception check.
I'm not really stealthy.
Some ninja.
12. I said that in jest, but the rules know better.
Yeah, rolling a 4 on the dice doesn't help.
Yeah. Perception, yep. Oh, yeah. 20. Not natural, but...
All right. So you're hobbling your way through, being as sneaky as you can, but you're pretty beat up, and you peek yourself out this door, and you can see one of those kind of cultists that you had taken outside. Like, his body's still sitting out there, but in the time it took you guys to clear this place out and then do whatever you've done in the meantime, whatever organizing and rummaging you've done, no one seems to have come along to notice it. At least there's no sign. You can easily see like the footprints of yourself and your comrades approaching and then rushing into the warehouse, but you can't see, you don't notice any other like tracks that would indicate that someone had come and stumbled across the scene.
Well, that's great news. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. I go report back to Sir Talbot, and hey, coast is clear, I think. There's just the dead body and our tracks out there, but no new guards.
How far was I able to get our allies while he was out?
It depends on how gentle you want to be with them. If you just want to like grab each one by the wrist and start dragging, you could easily drag 2 of them at a time.
No, I'm going to do one at a time.
Okay. So, I mean, I'll say while Ckarl was doing that, you could easily have gotten like one of them to however far you want to bring them. I don't know where you're trying to bring them right now.
The door, so we can get out.
Okay. So yeah, while Ckarl's like peeking out, you would have managed to pick one of your choice to get basically like laid down on the ground behind him.
Okay. I'm going to hand him Madam Ladian.
What do you want me to do with this?
We're leaving.
Oh, right. I'm kind of injured, but hoist her up on my shoulder.
I pick up the werewolf.
Okay.
Hey, what about the other guys?
Do my best to pick up Vulpus too.
Let's see here.
And just go very slow.
Well, hold on now. How much can Sir Edwyn carry? You've got a strength of 16. So you could, like, as a heavy load, you can carry up to 230 pounds.
I think he can stagger around with up to twice that much.
I believe so. That's like the lift off ground amount.
Right. So like hoist each of us over his shoulder, and like obviously he's not going to be hoofing it very quickly anywhere, but he should be able to still carry both of us.
Character can lift as much as his maximum load over his head. The maximum load is the highest, so that's 230 pounds. You can lift as much as double your maximum load off the ground, but then you can only stagger around with it, which is like 5 feet per round. But you could carry the 2 of them. You're just like moving very slowly.
That's fine.
All right, decent.
I'm also not trying to be quiet, but not recklessly making noise.
Right. So where would you like to go?
Is there...
Safety.
Yes, there, please.
Is there a church anywhere?
Oh.
Temple?
Let's see. So you guys are in the Crown's Gate region of the city, which is like the northeastern area. And again, this is, it's not like a downtown. It's not populated by a bunch of businesses and whatnot. So you'd probably have to head back towards the center of town, like Imperial Square, back near the Senate. Or at the very least, you'd have to cross the canal over into the Lionsgate region to find something along those lines. Sir Talbot, you would know that there's a region called Aerodin's View, which is in the southwestern portion of town. It's just southwest of the Senate Hill, and like the Imperial Square. It's kind of where the nobility of the city have their residences when they're in town. Like that's where your father's estate in town would have been.
Okay. Is there like a local, like a taxi?
Not as such, but it's tough. Like none of them are really running right now with the city in the state of chaos that it is. But there is also quite a lot of stuff abandoned, like stuff that were used for blockades. You could probably like dislodge a cart from one of those if you wanted to maybe try and pull it yourself or procure a horse from somewhere.
Okay, I'll grab a cart.
I'll keep watch.
Okay. No one seems to give you any trouble over the cart. It's not the greatest thing you've ever seen, but you could pull it to get where you gotta go. It's going to be quicker than carrying these 3 bodies around.
I'm gonna take my tabard off, and I'm gonna put it in the cart, just because I don't want any sort of nobility or markings showing.
Okay.
And then I guess we'll make our way to my father's estate.
You work your way through the city streets. It's eerily quiet for this time of day, especially considering the presumed festival that was just happening. This city was like filled to bursting a couple days ago when you guys went to that gala and the vote. And now this place is a ghost town. Every now and then you catch sight of someone in their house, like watching you drag this cart on by. But the streets, very rarely are you coming across other people in the streets, and they give you a wide berth. And it'll take you probably a couple hours to work your way back to Aerodin's View, to the noble area of town. And like this area almost has its own security. It's kind of like a really big gated community. And you do kind of get stopped on the outstretches of it, but you show your tabard and it's not that unreasonable for you to talk your way past some guards into the area.
I also still have my signet ring.
That too.
And I keep my mouth shut for fear that I'm going to say something stupid. Like, yeah, don't worry about the bodies in the back.
I keep my mouth shut too, because I have to.
That's smart.
No talking in your sleep over there. So maybe another 15 minutes later or so, you approach. Yeah, you find yourself, you approach the Talbot estate in Opera. It's modest as far as noble estates go, but, most families would never see this kind of opulence in their lives, but compared to the estate where your family is actually from, this is pretty small, but it serves your needs while you're in the city.
Does it seem like the estate in general is in chaos?
There is a bit of an extra guard presence outside. They wave you on through. They recognize you, obviously. But there's definitely a heavier guard presence than you would normally see. You would notice that the flags flying above the manor are flying at half-mast, and you would know the reason for that, knowing that your father perished in the attack.
I'm going to focus on the matter at hand. Get to a guest room or guest house or whatever there happens to be.
All right, so you're not going into the main house, just trying to find a place to bunker down?
A comfortable place for me to stretch out my companions, and a good place for everyone to just kind of hunker down while I try and get some healing.
Okay. Again, this is a fairly modest estate as far as these things go. It is just like the one building. So once you get inside the walls, it's pretty trivial matter to call over some guards to help facilitate getting the 3 unconscious people into the building. They'll bring them into like just some servants' quarters to lay down on some vacant beds for now. And as you are overseeing this, your brother Howl walks up and he finds you doing this. He walks up and is like, "Oh, I see you managed to appear again, brother.
Good to see you alive too.
Where have you been hiding?"
Avoiding my own mortality.
Yes. It's a shame you couldn't do the same for father.
Wrong place, right time, I guess.
And you would know that Howl actually was not at the gala. He wasn't even in the city that you know of at that point. You know, obviously he would have had to have arrived afterwards, possibly after hearing the news, but it has been a few days since the event. So, what happened, brother? How could such a thing happen? How could you not protect our father?
I was lost in the confusion. Everything happened so quickly.
Well, didn't they train you for these things?
Not when they take everything from you.
I see you still have your sword, still have your shield. What did they take from you that you couldn't protect him?
Everything was peace-tied. Father was... In fact, I didn't even see him at the gala. Besides, you know as well as I do, he's not the biggest fan of me.
Yes, well, despite all that, you should have protected him. You knew he would have been there for the vote. When stuff started happening, when whatever went down, you should have found him.
When I had the opportunity to look, I was already informed of his passing. What is the plans moving forward?
Well, moving forward it's a bit of a tricky situation right now. As you can see, the city is in almost total chaos. Ever since the attack, we've heard nothing from Grand Prince Stavian. Most just simply assume he died in the attack. But since then, we've had, God, I don't know how many factions rising up to try and make their claim for the Lion Throne. Obviously, with that new law being passed, Princess Eutropia has her own claim and supporters. The Grand Strategos, Maxilla Petharius, he's claiming that the Emperor adopted him the day of the attack. Now he's got his own valley of supporters. On top of more than a dozen others laying their claim to the throne, it's utter chaos, brother.
Sounds it. What say you, though? You're using words like claim. They seem unsubstantiated?
Well, as you know, brother, the Grand Prince had no male heir, which is what really pushed that vote to be even considered in the first place. Shameful thing. And for such an attack to happen mere hours after that vote went through, it paints a bad light on the princess, I must say. But with that vote going through, she does claim the lineage right to the throne, I suppose. But then there's the Grand Strategos Petharius. He's pushing the almost ludicrous idea that he was adopted into the royal family just that afternoon. And I can assure you he's got no small shortage of supporters among the nobility, especially those who are not terribly keen to see a woman on the throne.
While all this is happening, I'm like getting everyone situated, but like trying to listen. And I'm keeping to myself though, because this is all way out of my depth. The royalty, and I'm a simple ninja. But I'm taking this in, being like, what the hell's going on?
So tell me, brother, or should I say Lord Howl, between the two, which one would you rather see on the throne?
As it stands right now, I really couldn't say. I am rather uncomfortable with the idea of the princess taking the throne, but the circumstances surrounding Petherius' story just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I need some time to sort out my position on this matter. We're still grieving, after all. Luckily, no one has come calling to pressure us into support one way or the other, much less among the dozens of other claimants themselves.
You would let me know, right?
Of course, brother.
Well, these are a couple of my companions. You're familiar with one of my good friends, Lady Martella, yes?
I'm afraid the name does not ring a bell, so to speak.
Yeah, that's okay. You are always a little bit more of the older generation than us younger kids, as it were. Anyways, I guess Lady Martella, one of my good friends, is in trouble, and these companions of mine are trying to find where she had been kidnapped to, and following our current investigative trail, we ran into some cultists of some... I don't know what it is.
Talbot, if you would like to give me a knowledge religion check, while you were walking this way, you could have checked out the holy symbol that Ckarl found on the cultist body back in the warehouse.
All right, I got a 10.
Yeah, Sir Edwyn, you do recognize this symbol, like very vaguely. You would recognize it as a holy symbol for Norgorber.
Oh, isn't that what Petrit mentioned when we first encountered Petrit?
No, when you first encountered Petrit, he had just taken out like 3 or 2 like halfling assassins that had holy symbols of a relatively obscure god known as Thamir Gix, who is like a halfling god of assassins.
Oh, okay. So our investigation trail led us to the Dignified Repository, which we found to be a warehouse occupied with cultists of Norgorber. And upon looking for Lady Martella, we were attacked by the cultists, where we emerged barely victorious, but in the condition that you see here. So rather than press forward and take any risks, I figured I would regroup and find out news of what's going on.
Well, we're still gathering information from the Senate, but now you know roughly as much as I do, given the current state of affairs. Everything is still shaking out, as it were.
Were you aware of, like, archives and ancient Senate chambers and connection to the Darklands down under the Senate building? I know, it sounds crazy. I wouldn't believe me either, but while we were down there, I did find this, and I pull out Dignity Barb, and I hand it to him.
All right. You're like, well, I know the city's been around a long time, and that the hill that the Senate is built on is not entirely natural at this point. Doesn't surprise me to learn there's something underneath it, but I had never explored it myself, if that's what you're asking.
So, while I was looking for Father, and everything started, I take the Senate badge that I had.
Okay.
And I hand it to him. This somehow activated, and before I could reach Father, it teleported me, or something. Some magic I'm unfamiliar with. And I ended up in this system of storages and archives and very, very important but ancient Taldan history structures. And it's all there. It's been there the whole time under the Senate building.
Well, it must have been buried for a reason. As for this crossbow, it seems rather nice. The charging lion on the handle is a nice touch, but I'm afraid I can't help you as far as the history is concerned. That was never my strong suit in school.
Yeah, at first I thought I was going to have to poison this dude, but he's actually pretty helpful.
Well, since Father's not here to ask his permission, Do me and my companions have permission to stay, at least until we're able to get up on our own and walk out?
Well, I can't very well turn away family in a time like this, can I? Very well. Your room upstairs is prepared as usual. I suppose these people can have their beds down here. I'll send one of our healers down to take a look at them.
Thank you, brother. Is there anything I can do for you or for the family while I'm here?
Just try not to drag our name through the mud as any more than you already have, brother.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
He keeps, like, everything good he does, he follows it up with, oh yeah, by the way, I'm a dick.
It's a 50-50. Okay. Well, if it seems like everything's taken care of, I guess I will just see to my companions and myself.
All right. And again, it seems like with the servant quarters here, it's basically just like one big long room with a series of beds laid out. So Petrit, Madame Lady, and Vulpus are occupying 3 consecutive beds. And the one on either end is kind of like also set aside so that Ckarl can stay there. And yeah, the now Duke Howell Talbot has a couple of healers and maybe like a loyal alchemist that he keeps on retainer that he'll send down to tend to the wounded. He does have, as a reasonably well-trained alchemist who works for a royal family, he's got some healing he can provide. So each of you can take a cure light wounds with a second level caster. So 1d8 plus 2.
Yes! Max roll.
What? That one's mine.
Got that 7. Well, 9, actually, with the plus 2.
Petrit, shoots up from prone into sitting position. Where am I? What happened?
I fill him in on all the details. Like, hey there, Petrit. You're looking kind of grisly, and you passed out back there after you got hit by those cultists. So we brought you to Sir Talbot's residence and fixed you up, but you got something you want to tell us, or?
So, as Ckarl is breaking all that down, and he says, you're looking a little grisly, Petrit kind of looks down at himself, and he realizes he's still looking very feral, and he looks around, he seems embarrassed, and
I don't want him to be embarrassed.
He gets up, and he's still listening to Ckarl, but he looks like he's looking around for like a bathroom or something that he can just kind of excuse himself to,
or
some
a phone booth.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a door somewhere, and he just says, "Oh, excuse me, I'll be right back. I'm sorry."
Okay, no problem.
Oh man, haven't had a hangover that bad since. God, I don't even remember. If you know what I mean.
Well, yep. I just nod along like this guy's back.
Petrit would return into the room pretty quickly, and he looks like he did when you first met him. He's no longer covered in fur, and he just kind of looks around at you all as terribly sorry that you had to see that.
See what? I wink. We all have our secret.
Indeed.
Ckarl, what? Did you find Martella in there, or what? I think I passed out shortly after Petra did.
That's a negatory. We kept fighting them, but wave after wave, they just kept coming, and we finished off all of them that came to us, and then we were in no shape to fight anymore, so we retreated. We didn't find Martella, unfortunately.
Oh, well, that is unfortunate.
And the caster?
He escaped-ish. I mean, we didn't take him down, but he's probably not feeling well, so.
Unfortunately, if we had the chance to retreat and recover, so did he.
Yeah.
As soon as we're feeling rested, I suggest we return to that warehouse and finish what we started.
Oof. Ckarl lets out kind of a long sigh, knowing what... I mean, it's easy for you guys to say. You guys just went in there, almost died, and then got dragged away. But I was there,
Not almost dying? I
Well,
guess you were
almost dying and having to be like, oh my god, what the hell did
I
we
had to
do?
carry a guy.
Yeah. So I'm not super stoked to go back in there, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. We do have a mission here.
If we discovered no sign of Lady Martella, that means we'd also discovered no evidence that she's not somewhere in that warehouse.
You see Ckarl start doing like the, eyes rolled up in his head, like trying to do the math on what you just said. Okay, yeah. Okay. So...
Where are we now? And Petra's
Sir
kind of looking
Talbots,
around.
I whisper, it's not much for a noble, but it's the best we could do.
Well,
It's very humbling to be in a commoner's home, if you know what I mean.
you have my thanks, Sir Talbot, for returning us to safety instead of leaving us to die. Yes, Ckarl?
Oh, nothing. I was just clearing my throat. Carry on.
Lady Martell is a friend of mine, and any friend of hers is worth protecting. So I would agree we need to go back to that warehouse. If she's not there, well, at least I doubt they would have been smart enough to remove any evidence or clues that would hint at where we should look next.
Agreed. Unfortunately, any clues we may have found today may unfortunately not be there tomorrow, now that we have aroused their suspicion. But we have no other leads.
We weren't in the best of shape going in to begin with. Maybe we can prepare a little bit better this time. Unfortunately, my control of domain resources here are limited, as my eldest brother, now Duke Howell Talbot, is surely in process of formalizing the transition of power.
Is your brother not so kind to you?
He's a good man. He's a good brother. You have to be a certain kind of person to really want to be a duke, or really anyone with any sort of sway with the Senate. I'll leave it at that.
Family becomes tragically complicated the more important they become.
Well, we should continue on our investigation to distract me from the fact that my father was just murdered.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear about your father, but right now I say that we take a rest while we can. Seems like this position is fortified for now. I am embarrassed to say, but I don't have many more of those spells that are going to help us in battle, and I'm not very combat fluid, if you know what I mean.
Sometimes I know what you mean. Try and figure out this one.
My songs carry a certain skill to them that, others get power off of. I'm not so great with my own sword, though.
Right.
So I'm running out of songs to play for you guys for today.
I'm happy to report that most of the time I know exactly what you mean, because you're speaking quite literally, and I'm not an idiot.
Ckarl nods along, like, yep.
Well, I suggest that we make any preparations are needed, including getting rest.
I could use some more healing with those preparations.
Yes, where are we at with that?
Like, 1d8 was cool and all, but, like, could we do that, like, 2, maybe 3 more times?
Yeah, well, the House Talbot Alchemist only has so many spell slots, so... Well, for now, he is still going to administer care overnight for everyone. So, if you are resting for the night, you can heal, I believe it's double what you normally would for resting overnight.
And what are your
It's
rest
level
recovery?
plus constitution modifier.
so much nicer than Axel.
So we're doubling all of that, or we're just doubling our Constitution modifier?
Nope. Yeah. Do your level plus con mod, and then double that total.
My con mod is 0.
I'm all right with that.
Level plus con. That's
for level 3, right?
Yep.
Ooh.
Petra is 5 off of full when he wakes up.
I'm 7 off of 4. Yeah,
1.
So we're gonna need another round of heals from that commoner's alchemist.
Before I go to bed, I want to wait until everyone's sleeping and then do some sneaking.
Okay. What do you want to look around the house? Are you gonna try and steal from your host?
He's gonna try and
No,
sneak
I would
between
never
the
do
covers
that.
and the mattress.
But if there was any, if his brother was up to no good and making shady dealings at nighttime,
starting making trouble in the neighborhood.
All right. Well, go ahead and give me a stealth check to look around.
Oh, this is a big one. Don't fuck this up. 13.
So you're wandering around kind of aimlessly because you don't really know the layout of this place, being your first time here and all. But you do manage to wander your way upstairs, and you catch a glimpse of the new Duke, Howell Talbot, in what looks to be his office or his study, or probably what used to be his dad's study. And he's sitting at a desk, kind of facing away from you, but you can see what looks like an array of letters just laid out on the desk in front of him. And he's like he'll pick one up and kind of glance at it and set it down, pick another one up and glance at it and set it down, pick the next one up. And he looks like lost. Like he just doesn't know what to do with everything that's going on.
Oh, he fucking lied to his brother. He's getting strong-armed by everybody to pick a side.
But that's around the time that one of the guards on patrol notices you and escorts you back down to the servants' quarters.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Run.
All right. So unless there's anything else, everyone sleeps through the night. First time in a bed in like 3-4 days since the attack on the Senate. You wake up in the morning. You all seem pretty well refreshed. And the alchemist will offer one last cure light wounds for anyone who still desires more.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I don't need it.
Oh, that's perfect.
All right, so it is morning. You are all fit as fiddles. What's the plan now?
Petra, he's like, everybody's kind of like getting ready, like talking amongst themselves, and Petra's kind of like standing off on his own, like his back facing everybody, and like whether or not like anybody really gives a shit what Petra's doing, he's just like, all right, I just gotta say something. I just gotta tell them that they're waiting for me to say something. And he's like still facing away from everybody. He says, when we return to the depository, I fear you might see that ugly side of me once more. It's a part of who I am, though I try not to let it show. But if it's for our survival, well, I'll do what I must. And then he just kind of like, I don't know if he's got like a cloak, but he just like swishes his cloak and like walks to the side, like not like going towards the depository, but like.
Who you choose to spend your nights with is no concern of mine, Petra.
We all have our ugly side, and Madame Ladian will flash her own claws.
He kind of like looks at you all from like still got his back turned. He's being a dramatic little baby right now, but he's like kind of like looks sideways at all of you, like still has his back to you, and he says, "Well, I suppose I am in good company for it."
Well, let us be off.
I say it's a good day to die, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean. I have no intentions of dying today, Fulpix.
I know what he means, but I disagree.
Oh, then die unpleasantly. Either way, let's head out.
Why are his only options to die?
Well, they're not. It's just a good day to. I don't know, I woke up on the positive side. Why does death always have to be a negative with you guys?
I would counter that today is a good day to survive.
That too. There you go. Hey, look who's positive today.
I'm going to put my tabard back on.
Okay.
And then, sure, I'll bring the cart.
Go put it back where you found it.
Yep.
Petra would like to scout ahead now that everybody knows where this place is. We all know where we're going.
Okay.
Madam Ladian is not going to join him.
All right, so you want a stealth check from me, Matt?
Yes.
Or a perception check?
Both, please.
I just had a funny thought.
Stealth. Oh! 17. Perception. Oh! 22.
Put Ckarl into the cart.
It's cart with a K, first of all.
Isn't it Ckarl with a K?
No, it's Ckarl with a K.
It's not. You might have thought you named your character, but you'd be mistaken, my friend.
All right, so Patrick got a 17 stealth and a 22 perception.
So, Petra, you head back to the repository. Are you going to go like inside to scope it out, or are you just kind of like checking out the outside?
Not without his
not going
friend
inside.
Carl. Yeah, I'm part of the stealth mission.
Well, speak up, buddy.
Well, I didn't know we were already there.
Well, jeez.
Here, this is
better
how you
than
do
me
it.
on all
21
fronts.
stealth, 24 perception.
Oof. There's the ninja we're all expecting.
Now, Petra's plan, he wasn't expecting to have a partner who can make decisions for himself on the scouting mission, but
Oh, you're
Petra's
fine.
plan was to just get to the repository and just kind of make sure, like, just see what the situation is on the outside and then wait for everybody to get there. Petra has no interest in going inside where he could get captured and, like, nobody is there to back him up and, like, he has no escape route.
That's because Petra's not a master ninja.
Yeah, all right, Ckarl.
true.
So, are you going to be a little bitch like Petra, or are you going in?
No way. Well, I'm not like opening the doors and running in. Since I know the layout, right? That I feel like that gives me a bit of an edge.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel comfortable going at least a little bit in.
Yeah.
And scoping
haven't-
the yeah.
Your layout knowledge gives you a huge edge over the people who have been occupying that building.
Yeah,
who don't know
I
the
know what you mean.
layout.
No, I know what you mean. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not.
What I'm saying
I'm
is,
not.
I'm not exploring the whole building, just like the part that I've been in, looking for clues. You know,
Just make sure you
I'm not
politely
just
knock.
like-
Are you decent?
No, I'm not going to do that either. No, hoping I can catch someone changing their trousers. Hey, I see you.
You know what I can do? If we haven't entered yet, I can actually change my appearance to look like somebody else.
Well, you're not there yet.
Oh.
These two went ahead to scout.
Oh,
so this
okay.
is
So this is still part of the scouting crew. Okay, got it.
yeah.
Got
Change your appearance to look like Ckarl so you can scout ahead with us.
That's just so stupid. It might just work.
So yeah. So at the very least, like regardless of what Ckarl decides to do, I assume we arrive at the repository.
Yes, you arrive there with no issues, and it even seems like there's no. You don't come across anyone like patrolling the outside or guarding the outside like there was yesterday.
Did we leave like a body on the floor outside, or was that like just on the inside?
There was one body outside the repository, probably about here,
Was-
and that
is it
is
still there?
no longer there.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, Petra's plan is to just watch the outside and see if anything changes until everybody else shows up.
All right. Well, nothing changes, and the other three arrive shortly thereafter.
Things seem quiet. No one has come or gone, but at the very least, they are active enough to have removed the body that we left outside.
Well, we'd have to move forward assuming that they have remanned it entirely.
What if I told you that we have a man on the inside? Or
Who?
not quite yet, if you know what I mean.
No.
And then Vulpus starts morphing into the lead boss person utilizing seamless disguise as well, and he looks almost identical to
Ckarl coming out of the building to report his findings. Hey guys! Oh shit!
So is Vulpus using magic to do this, or is it like
he's not doing that
like a shape change ability?
He's not doing that if Ckarl's actually gone inside.
Oh. I would have included that then also with my initial report.
So, Ckarl, you are scouting inside a bit, and with that pretty good stealth, you are able to keep yourself behind some boxes, and you're able to dodge some line of sight. And if you look, you can just see through that window into the office.
Yeah.
You can see a person.
Okay.
You can see a person kind of standing inside that window. He's not really looking out over the warehouse. He's almost kind of like leaning with his back against the window. But
right.
You can clearly see that there is someone up in the office. And he does not look like... He's not dressed like any of the cultists that were here yesterday. And it doesn't look like the guy that ran away. This looks like someone new.
Shit. How deep does this go? I tiptoe back out to tell my party.
Okay.
Hey, I was inside. There is someone in there, but I don't recognize him. He's in the office. Remember when you walk in to the right, up a bit? The first room is all clear, but there's definitely at least one guy in there.
Can you describe him?
Okay, actually, you know what? Fuck it. Ckarl had a successful run. Vulpus, copy and paste what he said. He would still probably go through with it.
And I won't be surprised because now I'm seeing you do it. So
Petra attacks.
That's good.
All right. So now Vulpus is the spitting image of that other bard that was in there before that you guys fought and scared off.
Now, was this like a magical spell that Vulpus cast, or was it like he did like a change shape ability?
I believe it's a feat that he took.
Yeah.
It's a Kitsune only feat
So I have seamless
called
guys.
realistic likeness. It's a feat that allows him to precisely mimic the physical features of any individual he has encountered. When he uses the racial change shape ability, he can attempt to take the form of an individual, granting a +10 bonus on disguise checks to fool others with that impersonation.
Okay. So I just watched Vulpus transform. He didn't cast disguise self. He
just anamorphed his way
morphed
into this guy.
Yeah. Petra watches that with rapt attention, and he doesn't say anything, but he seems he seems pretty caught off guard by seeing that. And he says, "Well, as I said, we'll need to prepare for trouble." And he closes his eyes and as a standard action, himself transforms into the bestial form that you saw him in yesterday.
I was gonna go in there and just map out the place first, but if we're just gonna go in there and attack.
Ckarl looks at you like, what the shit did I just do?
We'll want to be ready, regardless.
That's fair. All right. Well, if you guys don't hear from me within the next 2 minutes, highly recommend that you hop in there.
Ckarl's kind of in disbelief.
I
that
saw
you're
that.
going for this.
Before we go in, I guess now Vulpus is scouting, Madame Ladian's gonna plant a trick in herself, and it's going to be the force one, where she can push enemies away from her.
All right. So Petra is going to follow Ckarl or Vulpus inside, and obviously not as far as he's going, but Petra doesn't want to just be outside while Vulpus is on his own.
And
there.
I already confirmed that D2 was clear, so
Right.
I'm gonna move forward with
So,
at least
yeah.
where I know it's
I
clear.
would go into T2 then with them.
How about you, Sir Edwyn? Are you just hanging out outside, or?
I'm not particularly quiet, so I'm going to continue with the group, but stay far enough back that my clanky armor isn't going to give us away.
Okay. So, Vulpus, what are you doing then?
Vulpus walks in with a confident strut. Kind of, from the brief information that I got from this individual, I kind of walk the pace that I feel like he would walk if it was with like a little bounce in his step or anything like that. He would.
I think there was a certain shuffle to his walking.
He was definitely beatboxing.
He was a dancer.
Kick step was definitely the
He was crip walking.
the flow.
Just go full West Side Story. Just walk like crouch down, snapping your way through.
You might as well sing any commands you give out.
Hey, where are you? I didn't hire you to sloop around.
All right, so you just kind of like walk out into the middle and call that out, and 3 similar looking guys make their way out of the office and walk down the stairs. They take one look at Vulpus disguised as the other boss guy. They look at you and you're like, "You ain't the guy that hired us."
Well, my boss certainly is. Where have you guys been?
Who's your boss?
Aren't you real nosy? Who's your boss?
I asked you first. We're guarding this place. Who the hell are you talking about?
I was just here yesterday and there was dead bodies out here. You guys did a real shit job guarding this place.
We wasn't even here yesterday. Who the fuck are you?
I should be asking the same question. I'm the person who was here yesterday. All my men dead. Where were you?
I said we wasn't here. We just got hired today. Now, you can either get the fuck out of here, or we're gonna have a problem.
Ckarl whispers, this is going swimmingly.
Just remember, you're not being paid to just sleuth around here. And Vulpus starts walking out.
Yeah, you better walk away.
Once Vulpus leaves, he takes an acting, couple of strides out of there, with the boot steps slowly fading into the background, and goes, "There's 3 of them in there."
How smart do these guys seem? I'm guessing nobody was being quiet, so I'm pretty sure I heard just about all of it.
Not that smart. They let some random stranger walk into their place, not know who he was, and then let him walk away.
I'm gonna take that risk. I'm gonna climb up.
The guy said, "My boss is your boss," and they're like, "Who's your boss?" And he's like, "That's none of your business."
I'm gonna stop Vulpus as he's trying to leave. Who the fuck is this guy?
Yes. Oh, I love this.
And then I'm gonna shove Vulpus forward.
Back through the doors.
Oh, I get in on that action.
Yeah,
Wait,
I shove Vulpus toward the double doors. Who the fuck is this guy?
Oh wait, which double door? The one that I just walked out of?
Yeah.
He's pushing you back into D3.
Hey! You fuckhead sleeping on the job? Who the fuck is this guy?
Oh.
I'm gonna keep pushing him forward.
Patrick attacks.
Attacks Vulpus?
What is happening?
Tom, we worked for them the whole time. It was all a big ruse to
It was a
get you in
successful run, and now I'm back in this mess.
I just posted in the Discord chat what these guys look like.
Oh yeah, they're not brainy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
Like they each have like a pretty good sized club and some brass knuckles.
Sure.
Not scared.
I'm gonna keep pushing Vulpus more into the room. Who the fuck is this guy? What are you asshats doing back there?
Vulpus is gonna get very confused and be like, you're not supposed to be here.
Who's your boss?
Who's your boss?
My boss? Why the fuck should I tell you? Look at this ass hat. Some guards you guys are.
These three are just looking at you like, who the fuck are all you people?
Who the fuck are all you people?
We're the guys hired to watch this place.
That's bullshit. Me and my guys got hired to watch this place. I don't even know who the fuck you are.
They actually like start advancing towards you through the warehouse. I don't know who the fuck you guys are, but you need to get out of here or we're gonna start busting heads.
No. I'm gonna start busting heads, starting with this ass hat. Tell me, who the fuck is this guy?
I don't have any idea.
All right. Look.
And he points at Talbot and he says, "Who the fuck are you?" And then he points at those three and he goes, "And who the fuck are you?"
These guys look at, what the fuck is that thing?
Wait a minute. Were you guys hired by Lord Mancham?
Who?
Lord Mancham. He gave me 500 gold to organize a group to watch this warehouse.
I ain't never heard of a Lord Mancham in my life. All right. You guys stay right there. We're going to bust your heads in. Everyone roll initiative.
Can we get a surprise round for those of us who are concealed, or
no, because
you're ready to fight anyway?
Yeah, you're not initiating the combat like they are.
Right. Okay.
All right. So we're all set up. We got initiatives. Up first is Sir Edwyn. These guys have drawn their clubs, and they are like, imagine like a cop with a billy club, like kind of like in his own hand. Like, all right, come here, you guys.
Can I move action to draw a dignity barb?
Sure.
Standard action to fire?
Sure.
I'm going to shoot the guy that's straight line from me.
Okay. All right. So we got yellow, green, and red. Green is the one straight ahead from Talbot.
Yep, that's the one I'm going to shoot at.
Okay.
19?
19 definitely hits their flat-footed AC.
Yep, so it's 7.
So 7 damage to the green one. All right, that's a solid shot. 7 on a D8. All right. Okay, that's Sir Talbot. Next up is Petrit.
Can Petrit charge yellow?
Sure.
All right. Petrit charges right into the room. Mace first.
All right, let's see it.
That's 20 to hit
That definitely hits.
for 4 damage.
4 damage it is.
And this guy needs to make a will save
A will save, you say?
for my whatchamacall.
Yeah, how about a natural 1 for a 2?
Oh. So he fails to save against my miserable strike. He takes a -2 penalty on attack and damage rolls for 1 round.
Okay. Nifty. Ckarl, that brings us to you.
Yeah. So, got a little late jump here. Everyone sort of got ahead of me. But I'm going to use a key point to do movement speed stuff.
Okay, that adds 20 feet to your movement speed.
I don't know if you want to count this as difficult terrain. I mean, I was behind the boxes.
Even with difficult terrain, that puts you can get to right there with your extra 20 feet,
right.
which puts you in reach of the one that
And what are
Petrit had.
the odds I can charge?
You cannot charge because you did not have a straight line. You had to, move
yeah,
and
but
then
on the
turn.
second movement, I had a pretty straight line.
If only that
I don't think
mattered.
it gives you an extra move action. It just adds to your.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just checking. Yeah, so I'm gonna slap this dude with my sick nunchucks.
All right.
10.
10 does not hit.
Ow, Ckarl, you did it again. Friggin' boob.
If only you had been able to charge. All right, Vulpus, you're up next.
Vulpus.
Inspire courage, perhaps.
Yeah, let's do inspired courage. Okay. And actually, I'm not gonna move up.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's,
so
stay back here.
so everybody can toggle on their Inspire Courage buff. Madeleine, you're up.
Then I'm gonna move up next to Sir Talbot, and for swift action, I'm gonna stink eye the red guy.
Okay, guy in the back.
Yep. And then I want to cast a murderous command.
Oh, again on the red one.
Yep, again on the red one, who's now taking -2 to his will.
Okay.
These guys strike me as very strong in the mind.
So that's an 8 on his will save.
Okay, so that fails. So he has the mental urge to kill his nearest ally. It pays best to his ability. Basically, it spends its entire next turn attacking its closest ally.
Okay.
Dude, the confusion with these guys is just amazing. Who the fuck do you work for? Hey, wait a second, aren't you my enemy? Starts attacking him.
Wait, who do I work for?
Who am I?
All right, so now it is these guys' turn, the wise guy's turn. And yeah, we'll start
Is that
with
the name of their? Is that the name of their gang, please? The wise guys.
No, it's just their NPC type. It's from the Villain Codex. They're wise guys.
It's their turn?
Is it really?
Yeah. We'll start with the yellow one in front. He is going to take a swing at Petrit, since Petrit's the one that hit him. Oof, that's an 11 to hit.
Does not hit.
Lucky. Let's see. Now the green one is going to take a 5-foot step up and take a swing at Ckarl.
What?
That's a 19 to hit.
Something tells me that hits. Yeah, it does. Darn.
Interesting that the green one went before the red one.
Yeah, I'm just going in order, front to back. But that's 10 damage to Ckarl.
What?
Jesus.
I didn't even hit that man. All right, it's Carl's turn to be unconscious. I mean, not yet, but that was half my health, so.
And now the red one is going to step up because the spell made him target whoever's closest at the time, and that was the green one. So he takes a 5-foot step up behind the green one and takes a swing at him with his club.
With a plus
He's,
2, right?
And this is with flanking, yeah.
Yeah.
And a 25 is definitely going to hit, and he deals 15 damage to his buddy.
Jeez.
What the hell?
Yeah, these guys are adding a +7 to their damage.
Yeah.
Not that we're supposed to know that.
But if he's not gonna fix it, I'm not gonna ignore it.
Yeah. All right. No.
That didn't kill the green guy?
Nope.
Shit.
Just Sir Talbot. Now it's your turn.
I'm going to reload the crossbow, and I'm going to hand it to Madame Ladian. And then I'm going to point at the red guy. Fire at that guy.
Did he reload it?
You did.
All
right.
Madame Ladian will take the crossbow this time. There's no reason to put on the act of like, oh, I don't want to get my hands dirty.
Okay. Well, that is Talbot's turn. Do you want to move it all? You get like 5-foot steps somewhere.
I'm going to find a pretty good sized box to give Madame Ladian a height advantage.
Okay.
And then I will gently hold her hand and guide her up onto the box. And then point at the red guy and say, shoot at that guy.
She's not gonna fight any of this.
All right. Petrit, that brings us to you then.
Whew. Yeah, I am quite intimidated by how hard these guys are hitting. But I'm gonna soldier on, and Petrit's gonna full attack on the green one, the one that hit Ckarl. So here we go.
Okay.
So that's a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. 9. That's enough to drop that one.
Okay. All right, yeah, so my second attack, which would have been directed at yellow, was only a 10 to hit.
And that is a miss.
Okay. Well, still took somebody out.
Indeed. All right, Ckarl, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna stay right where I am, hold my ground, and just full attack yellow.
All right.
Oh no!
Well,
what happened here? These are low
Nothing good.
numbers. 7.
7 doesn't do it.
Okay, but what about a 6? It looks like a natural 1.
It does indeed. Roll to confirm.
23. That
Okay.
was lucky.
All right. Doesn't confirm, you lucky little thing.
Yeah, but man, really would have liked to hit something, huh? Oh, well.
Yeah, would have been
Petra
nice.
Petra looks over. Get your head in the game.
Yeah. Whatever.
Well, he's probably concussed from taking that club to the dome.
Do you want to move her? You have a 5-foot step you can take if you want to, Ckarl? Or are you going to stand there and...
No, I'll take a 5-foot step. This might surprise you, but I'm going backwards and behind somebody.
Okay.
Yipe.
All right, Vulpus, you're up.
Vulpus is going to do Cord of Shards. He's going to move here. Do I want to hit both of those two?
Yeah, you can.
Well, the problem comes is would that wake up Red out of it?
Well, Murderous Command is a one-turn thing.
Oh,
anyway.
it's only a one time. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's not a lasting effect.
And yeah, absolutely. Vulpus is gonna sit back here and is going to.
So that'll hit both of them without hitting Petra. So, Cord of Shards, they need to make a reflex save to negate the damage. Yeah, I tell you, their reflex save is pretty good. Wow. And a 14 and a 15. With rolling a 14 and a 15.
DC 15 reflex negates.
So, the red one manages to dodge it, but the yellow one is going to take the damage. So, go ahead and roll 2d6 for the piercing.
4.
So, he takes 4 damage.
4 sharp damage. It's an E sharp.
4 E sharp damage. Okay. Madam Ledian, that brings us to you.
All right, I'm gonna listen to Sir Talbot and fire this crossbow right between the eyes of the red guy. Okay, well it's still an 11.
An 11
Well,
is
don't
not
forget-
going to hit.
You also have the Inspire Courage, too.
Yep.
12.
A 12 does hit.
Oh, lovely.
So roll me a D8 for damage.
D8, and then because he took damage this round, I'm gonna use my painful stare, which I believe is 1d6 plus 1. So it's gonna be a total of 8 damage.
9 with Inspired Courage.
9 damage.
All right.
And
Solid hit.
I guess we would count my move action as me climbing up on the box.
Yeah, it would have been more than a 5-foot step to climb up there. All right. That is pretty solid. And that is Madam Ledian's turn. Next up is the Wise Guys. We'll start with Yellow. Takes a swing with his club at Petra. That's a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
That's 10 damage as he knocks you upside the head. And then the red one is going to charge at Vulpus, but that will provoke from Petra.
Oh, cool. Petra takes that. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
And that is 6 damage.
Plus, I will use my second time of painful stare to add another damage onto that.
Solid. All right. Okay. And he takes a swing at Vulpus. Does a 25 hit?
No. Yes. I didn't want it to be true, but yeah.
Okay. So Vulpus takes 16 damage.
Actually, you have to take... He takes 2 damage off. It's only 14 because he's the subject of my hypnotic stare.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah. That feels so much better.
You know what? Why don't you give him the extra 2 then?
No, I'll take it.
Oh, I didn't realize we were dealing with commoners here.
Got him.
All right. That brings us back to the top of the order. Sir Talbot, you're
Oh
up.
my god.
Move and draw is one action.
Yeah, you can draw as part of your move action.
Okay, I'm going
To move, yeah.
move there, and I'm going to use my long sword two-handed to hit the red guy.
Okay.
The first one was a 17.
17 hits.
It's 12.
12 damage. Oof. That guy is wobbling, but he's still standing. But that does bring us to Petrit.
Okay, Petrit's going to 5-foot step northwest. Petrit's going to swing his mace at Red, who's being all wobbly. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
He takes 9 damage.
And he drops.
Okay. And then Petrit will turn and swing at Yellow, and that's a 14 to hit.
14 also hits.
Okay, he takes 4 points of damage, and I need him to make a will save again.
Will save. 8.
Very good. He's going to take -2 on attack rolls for another round.
All right, sounds good. Let's see if he lives that long. Ckarl, you're up.
I think you know what's coming. 5-foot step
behind
forward.
Vulpus.
Full attack. Nope. See? Vulpus got out of the way, and then this guy's like, oh, whew, that's a relief. Only to see Ckarl coming at him. Nunchucks blazing. Full attack. Oh my god. All right. The first one's a 9, so we can just move past that one.
Yeah, that
The
misses.
second one, 19.
19 hits.
5 damage.
Ooh, baby. All right. Well, you finally did some damage, so that's a plus. Vulpus, you're up next. Also, Vulpus, have you been maintaining Inspired Courage these turns?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And Vulpus will stop performing, but with lingering performance.
Yep.
And pull out his rapier and give a little jabby jab.
Okay. You gonna just 5-foot step forward?
Yes. Does a 13 hit?
Yes, it does.
That's gonna be 3 damage.
Okay. He is still up.
Oh no.
Madam Ladian, let's see what you've got.
All right, I'm gonna swift action, hit him with my stink eye, move action, reload crossbow, standard action, kill bad guy.
All right.
Those are all good options.
Right? Oh,
You do have a -4 for shooting into melee this time, though.
I'll still do it. Nope. It's a 6 to hit.
Yep, that is not going to hit. Now it is the wise guy's turn. Let's see here. Gonna roll a d6 to determine who he hits.
Eeny, meeny, miny,
I
miny.
know, they all hit him for such little damage.
1-2 is Ckarl, 3-4 is Vulpus, 5-6 is Petrit.
Ah,
He is aiming at Ckarl.
uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Does a 26 hit?
Well, it's actually a 24,
Matt.
but
Can
Yeah.
someone,
Yeah, that's
can
actually
someone check,
-2.
make sure he's not holding power dice? I just got a feeling, you know?
Tom, go.
Yeah, it hits.
No, he didn't hand me the power dice. Oh.
So
I
you
see
take
how it is.
13 damage.
And I fall asleep on the floor.
At negative what?
You don't fall unconscious. You just curl up. And... It's been fun, guys, but
Boy, am I tired.
ugh.
Oh, man. So Ckarl drops, and now it is Sir Talbot's turn.
I will tell him to yield. If you value your life, you'll put your weapon down.
Fuck, why did
And then
do that?
I point my sword menacingly at him.
Okay, make an intimidate check.
Hooray, social skills. 19.
All right. Well, he is effectively shaken, but we'll see if it gets back to him. Petrit, you're up.
I don't think Petra wants to wait and see what this guy does. He's just gonna he's gonna see that Edwyn's threat kind of had a palpable effect on this guy, and he's just going to press his advantage. He's going to 5-foot step northeast, so he's flanking with Edwyn, and he's going to full attack this guy. All right, that's 20 to hit.
20 hits.
9 damage.
10 damage. I'm going to give you a painful stare.
Ooh.
10 damage. Drops the last wise guy.
That's 3 for 3 from Petra.
Well, was it that last point of damage from Madam Ladian that actually killed him?
Yeah, was it that last point? I'd give it to Madam Lady if it was that last point.
Huh? I guess we'll never know.
Oh, don't do that, Matt. Jesus Christ. Yeah, tell us.
No, this is more fun for me.
Okay, Mr. Putin. Drunk with power, you crazy man.
All right. But before we drop out of initiative, Ckarl, I need a constitution save from you.
Oh, you're not really going to make me make those silly saves, are you?
Oh, absolutely.
I told you, drunk with power.
16. That's got to be good enough.
That is good enough. You are not.
Yes.
You are stabilized.
Yes.
All right, so who carries his body back to Sir Talbot's estate?
Actually,
No, we've got a whole bard's worth of healing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Vulpus,
Where's that halfling?
Vulpus starts strumming and singing the healing song.
All right. So go ahead and roll that 1d8 plus 3.
Here comes the healing.
Tonight's gonna be a good heal. Please give him a real good heal. He needs it. Woo-hoo. 8.
So you rolled an 8 plus 3, so that's 11.
I'm alive! Oh, thank you. I blacked out for a minute there. Must have hit him really hard.
I told you to get your head in the game.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
And then, should I do another one here? Do you need another
I
one?
could use one.
I would love another one.
All right. Here we
Just-
go.
Give him another 11.
Yeah, just do that. Did he?
Another 8 plus 3. 11.
Wow.
There you go.
I'll take one over here.
Yeah. I got one more in this story here. Can't all be winners. 6.
All
I'll
right.
have to do. Thank you.
Okay. So you guys have taken out what seems like the second round of guards that were watching over this place.
That was probably also the final round of guards, huh? Yeah.
Probably.
But just in
All
case,
right, well,
I'm going to reload my crossbow.
Petra's going to start making his way towards the stairs in the north side of the room. And, I'm going to do a hearing-based perception check. See if I can hear anything making noise up there.
While he's doing that, I'm going to check the wise guys.
Okay. So you loot the wise guys. And these guys each have a masterwork breastplate, a masterwork great club, masterwork brass knuckles, a cloak of resistance +1, and 4 gold pieces each.
They felt like they were only worth 4 gold pieces each.
Not to me.
Fair enough.
Yeah, not to me either, but
Those cloaks, though.
I'll take one of those cloaks.
Yeah, I'd like one of those.
Do they each have a cloak of resistance +1?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm going to take one of the 3 masterwork breastplates, I guess.
Are we all rolling off for those cloaks? It sounds like... I'm sure everybody wants one, but there's...
I already
3
have
of them
one.
and 5 of us.
I get one.
Oh, well. Yeah. So it would seem. Things are looking pretty good for Petra.
So if Ckarl and Vulpus... Ooh.
I'll pass to Vulpus if you know what I mean, but I'll roll for fun.
Just so he can be magnanimous about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
All right. So Madame Lenian, Petrit, and Vulpus are each getting a cloak.
So did Petra hear anything with his 12 perception check?
In the office?
I mean, I guess anywhere, but he's specifically curious about the office.
No, you do not hear anything.
All right, well, Petrit's gonna make his way up the stairs. I guess he'll wait until everybody's ready to proceed, and I'll say, I'm going to take a look up there. Everybody be ready.
I'm going to leave the rest of the masterwork stuff in a place where I will remember it on the way out.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Right before Petra decides to go up there, Madam Ladian's going to implant a trick into him. And it'll be the one that gives him one mirror image.
All right. So, Petra, you're going in to check out the office?
I'll go with him.
Yes, I am.
All right. You open the door, you look in, and you see two metal pipes ascending through the northwest and southwest corners of this room. A viewing window overlooks the warehouse floor to the west. An oak desk occupies the eastern side of the chamber, backed by an intimidating-looking chair. An open door to the south reveals an unused and empty storage closet, while the northern door exits to a flight of stairs where you just came from.
All right. Petra's going to start looking around.
All right. Roll me perception. Anyone that wants to look around.
That's slightly better. Petra got a 16.
15 from Ckarl.
Oblivious from Talbot.
19 from Ladian.
14 for Vulpus.
All right. So everyone's looking around, and Madam Ladian, you notice that there seems to be some kind of opening cut into this pipe in the northwest corner of the room. And upon further investigation, that little opening actually turns out to be a hidden door. You open up the door, you look in, and you can see that there's actually a ladder leading down underground somewhere.
Well, what do you know? There's a ladder in this pipe.
There's not normally ladders in pipes.
No?
You must go somewhere important.
I dare say there usually aren't. Well, shall we go down? And she looks around at any one of you to go before her.
Is there
Petra,
She steps back
on
away
this-
from the pipe.
is there anything on the desk?
Not anymore. It looks like it's been pretty thoroughly dug through.
Is there like ink and quill or anything?
Not even that left.
Petra steps forward and he says, I'll go first. I'll let you know if it's safe.
Right after Petra steps forward, Ckarl steps forward, as if waiting for someone else to have stepped forward, just to flavor how I'm stepping up. Right behind you, but not in front of you.
Okay.
And Petra climbs down that ladder with alarming alacrity.
All right. So you climb on down the ladder. You go in and you are in an excavated chamber. The walls are embedded with several artifacts of a long-gone iteration of opera. Bare scroll rods, broken pots, cobblestones. Just like bits of stuff that had been embedded down here before it got built over. You see to the southwest, right next to Petra, what looks like it should be a closed secret door that is just sitting wide open.
So, yeah. Petra's gonna... I'm gonna make another perception check and see if I can hear anything down here.
I'm gonna
I'll
do
press myself.
visual.
I'll press myself like next to that door that's wide open and just kind of like tilt my head, see if I can hear.
I'm gonna look around at all the stuff that's embedded, see if there's anything that sticks out.
All right. Petra, you do not hear anything coming from that room or otherwise, other than, the sounds of your compatriots moving around.
Okay. Do we have, are there light sources?
Yeah, you would notice that, looking into this room, you look up at the ceiling and there seems to be a continual flame spell cast into the ceiling that is casting light over into the entire room.
Okay. And this next room has a light source as well?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, Petra will step into this next room.
Okay, yeah. You step in, and this just seems to be just like a storage area. There's some basic tools, and it looks like it was where they would store food and water or other kind of supplies. It seems like almost this place might have been some kind of shelter, somewhere where you could hide and wait out any sort of troubles that might happen above ground. This room does look pretty thoroughly looted at this point, but you're getting the idea that's what it was used for.
Okay.
And I should mention, you see passageways leading south and west.
All right. I'm going to put myself at the intersection of those hallways and see what I can see.
You look down to the south, and you can see what you would assume to be the back of a secret door. Like you imagine there's something on the other side where this door would appear hidden from that side, but from here it's just kind of a back door.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll just make a note of that, and then I'll head west down the other hallway.
Okay, so you're heading down that hallway. I assume everyone's following along, unless I hear otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Remaining information.
Yeah. Standard bat marching order.
Okay, you head to that room. That opens up into a common room. You smell the stink of spoiled food permeating this room. Several plates covered in scraps of rotten meat and spoiled vegetables cover the two round tables in the center of the room. Shelves of preserved food line the walls to the north and south. You see a passage leading to the south and to the west. You see a door leading north, and then the passageway to the east where you just came from.
Okay.
Does it look like anyone's come through here recently?
This room looks well used. Yeah, it looks like a bunch of people have been eating here and just not cleaning up after themselves.
Look down the west and south hallways.
Yep. You look down the hallway to the west, and it goes about 5 feet before it appears to be... It looks like maybe there was like a cave-in or a collapse that someone then carved a passageway through to the other half of this fortification, this building, whatever it was. You look to the south, and it extends about 25 feet before branching off before turning to the west.
Well, what do you all think? Should we go west, or should we go south? And then I look to the closed door, or should we go north?
I lick my finger, hold it up, and
Can you hear anything on the other side of the door to the north?
think west.
I guess I'll make another perception check. A 14.
Where are you listening?
At the northward door.
You head to the north door, and you do not hear anything coming through there.
Take a peek.
Reluctantly, Petra will peek. Try to open the door, assuming it's unlocked. We'll try to peek through the other side.
It is unlocked. You open it and take a look through. You look through, and it looks just like a 10-foot hallway that continues leading north.
And then what? Another door?
Yes, another door at the end.
Is there another hallway behind that door?
There's only one way to find out. Petra's gonna tiptoe to the north, crack that door open.
Beyond that, you open up, and it is a 10 by 10 room with another door leading to the west from here.
Typical. Okay. Petra's gonna tiptoe to that door and peek around that.
Okay.
The architect who designed this building should be fired.
Seriously. Another 5-foot wide hallway? The bane of my goddamn existence.
Heard you liked hallways.
I like hallways. I just hate
Oh, God damn it. You fucking troll.
That's a big hallway.
Yes, so yes, this door opens. You look through, and this is a long hallway with 8 doors lining the north and south sides of it. The doors of several of the rooms are open, but that's all you can see from your current vantage at the end of the hallway.
Can you point out specifically which doors are open? And I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to see this, but it looks like there might be an intersection here.
Yes, there is what looks like a branch off to the south in like kind of the middle of the hallway.
Okay.
And you would see that this first door on the right, second door on the left, and the other 2 doors on the right towards the end of the hallway, those are all sitting open.
Okay. As soon as Petra sees this long hallway with 9 doors and an extra hallway, and 4 of the doors are open, he just motions behind him like a hand out, like stop everything, and he's gonna stealth through the hallway looking into each of the open doors, and if he sees anybody on the other side of any of the open doors, he'll stop there. But he just wants to, like, since there are doors that are open, and he can, in theory, sneak past all of them and look into the rooms without opening any doors. He wants to do that before opening any doors.
Theoretically, sneaking is my nom de plume. I also sneak with you. 16.
All right, Petrick, give me a stealth check.
I'll give you a 20.
Ooh.
God damn it.
You sneak up to the first door and you peer around, and you see a person, a human.
Does he see me?
He does not. He seems like he's just like he's not like laying down, but he's like sitting on the bed, like reading something, fiddling with something. He doesn't notice you peeking around the corner.
Can I spot any like insignias or like just tells that might indicate this person's allegiances or affiliations?
Give me a perception check.
That's an 18 perception.
All right. Yeah, actually, you do notice kind of hanging from around his neck is a holy symbol that looks very much like the one on the cultist that you fought upstairs.
Okay.
Norgorber.
Nerdburger. All right. So Petra is going to slink back from whence he came, and when he gets back into the room with Sir Edwyn, he says, "Doesn't look good. There's more of those cultists down here.
More of them? I only saw one.
I can only assume that there's more in these rooms. I didn't want to risk being spotted halfway down the hallway. There's one in that first room on the right."
Well,
This must be their barracks.
if you don't mind, I could probably turn into one of the mooks upstairs, which would be a little bit more believable.
I would personally feel better if we scoped out more of this place before we just start bumbling through.
I was gonna say we can just barricade this off, come back later. That way they don't come up from behind us.
I'm kind of thinking the Vulpus thing, but whatever you guys think is right.
I was thinking about giving them strict orders to do rounds around the rounds upstairs, although there's 3 dead bodies
I was
upstairs.
gonna say,
Yeah.
Madam Ladian, what say you?
I don't think it really matters either way. Let's just make a decision and do it.
Maybe even better, what if we broke off into groups?
Yes, split the party.
To
How that works out for us.
You know what? Petra says, I just remembered something. And he's going to reach in to his into a pocket and pull out a potion, and he says, "I'm going to see if I can get a better idea of who's down there." And he's going to drink his potion of invisibility.
Ooh, all right.
So, continuing to be stealthy, he moves past that first room, and then he looks into the he goes back in the hallway. He goes past the room that he saw that Norgorber cultist in, and he looks into the next room with the open door.
Hey, how'd he get into that room so quick?
Petrick doubles back to make sure he's not seeing things. All right, and so he sees another cultist. He goes up to the next room, next open door.
He goes to the next open door and finds out that room is actually empty.
He's gonna go in real quick and just kind of just do a quick search and see if he can find any, is there something under the bed or under the table or whatever.
You look around. There's nothing of note here.
All right, and he moves on, goes back in the hallway, and goes to the next room.
Next room, same thing. That one's empty.
Okay. He's going to, since there's nobody across from these rooms, he's going to try to quietly open the next door, the door that he's right next to, opposite this open door at the end of the hallway.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you can open that easy enough. Yeah, you open that door, and that room also appears empty.
Okay. He's gonna start doubling back. Go to the closed door that he passed second to last.
Again, that one is still empty.
All right. So now he's gonna double back. Go to the very end of the hallway where there's that closed door, and see if that opens.
It does. That door opens to kind of a matching, 10 by 10 room similar to where Ckarl and Talbot are waiting.
All right. Looking down that southbound hallway.
Yeah, you look down that hallway to the south, and it goes down about 30 feet and ends in what looks like another kind of collapse. But before then, there is a door leading to the east.
All right. Petra doesn't want to get too far separated from anybody, so he's gonna take note of that, and he's gonna go back to the hallway and stop where that intersection is and see what he sees down there.
It goes about 10 feet down before ending in like debris, and it looks like there was a cave-in a long time ago.
Okay. So Petra's going to go back to where everybody's waiting for him, and he says, "Okay, I got a pretty good lay of the land. It's me, Petra. And there are a couple doors that I don't want to risk opening because they're right across the hall from the rooms that have those cultists in them. But best I can tell, there's only 2 cultists. In the first room on the right, the second room on the left."
While you're still invisible, do we want to scout out the hallway to the west from the other room with the table and chairs?
Sure, be right back. Petra kind of shoulders his way past. Excuse me. And he goes to the hallway with the cave-in to the west of the break room with the spoiling food.
I feel like every room's a break room for these fucking people.
They just shit on the floor.
All right, and yeah, you look through, and this looks to be like a tunnel that was like dug out of the cave-in after it came through.
Okay.
And all right, you're heading all the way through. Check out the other room.
Does it look like this cave-in goes anywhere?
Yeah, like you can see it. It kind of like bends and winds a little bit, but yeah, it looks like it was intentionally made to connect through these rooms.
Yeah, I mean, Petra would kind of like Alex can't really tell like where this room goes, like what direction I should be going, but yeah, Petra would go until you can see a little bit more.
Okay, so you keep making your way to the west, and it opens up into a large meeting room. It's a long table occupying the center of this dining room, surrounded by chairs. Covering the table is maps of different areas of Taldor, and all over the walls there's even more maps. And you look, and sitting in the chair at the far end from where you enter is a small girl, a child, just kind of like spinning in the chair, kind of like just playing, laughing, having a good time.
Okay. It looks like a child. It doesn't look like a halfling or anything like that.
Nope, looks like an actual human child.
Okay.
It's probably fine.
I said it once, I'll say it again. I've played enough video games to know that the little girl in the corner that's crying isn't a little girl.
She's not crying. She's laughing. She's like,
oh no,
she's like spinning in her chair. She's having fun.
That's even worse.
How much longer do I think I have on my invisibility? I think it's a 3-minute duration.
You've maybe got a minute left.
Yeah. All right. That looks like fun. What are you playing?
She stops spinning, and she looks around. She doesn't quite know where the voice is coming from. Are you here with my daddy?
That's right. He wanted me to check on you.
Oh, he's so silly. He knows I'm fine. Where is he?
He thinks it's best that you don't know.
But I miss my daddy. Where is he?
How long has it been since you've seen him?
I'm bored. Will you play with me?
I'll tell you what. Come with me. I've got some friends that all want to play.
You've got friends? Okay, let's play.
Oh,
Where are you? Where are we going?
Petra reveals himself. He dismisses his invisibility.
Oh my god.
What the fuck
I'm right
is
here.
this?
Ooh, you're new. So where are your friends, new man?
Come with me. And I don't leave, but I like beckon her towards the cave-in hallway.
All right.
Come
She
with
actually
me,
like
little
climbs
girl.
up on the chair and hops up on the table and like skips across the table to come to you.
Petra attacks. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I do need a will save from Petrit though.
I did not see that coming. Okay. Will save. 14.
Okay. So what are you doing now?
Leading her back to E4.
All right. So Vulpus, are you actually still standing there in E4?
I think we probably
Yeah.
all would be.
Yeah.
I'm watching the hallway down here.
I'm still
Sure,
the
there's no trouble.
I'm still oh, how many times a day can I like switch forms?
I don't think there's a limit.
There's
Yeah, I
no
don't think
limit.
there is.
Oh, okay. Then I would have been dressed up as the guys upstairs.
Like the guards that you just killed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me that's not her daddy. Please tell me that's not.
Someone's gonna call Tom Daddy.
On our way there, I say, "What's your name?"
I'm Fanty. And who are you?
Petrit.
Petrit. I'll remember that.
So I got a 14 on my will save. Did anything come with that?
Nope.
Okay.
So the rest of you, minus Ckarl, because he's still keeping watch up in the hallway, it seems, you see Petrit emerge from this western hallway, visible, and he is seemingly being followed by a small child, a little girl.
I just kind of stand there like, this is normal. And I say, "Everybody, this is Fanty."
She kind of like steps into the room from behind you, and she kind of like gives like a really deep, like childish curtsy and goes, "It's nice to meet you."
Hello, little lady.
Sense motive.
Sense motive, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna join that.
Well, if we're all gonna do it,
14.
Vulpus got a 7.
I got a 23.
All right. Now, what are you trying to sense motive on? Like, what are you trying to discern?
Is it actually nice to meet us?
She seems genuinely pleased to meet some new friends. Yeah.
It seems like.
Talbot.
Does it seem like she's hiding something?
Not as yet, but Talbot, I need a will save from you.
6.
6. Yeah. So nothing happens there.
No, I don't like that. Nothing happened with my 14, so I assumed I passed. Until I got a 6, and nothing happened, so...
Glad I
that
could
means
be your
we
litmus test.
probably both failed, and something's gonna happen at like some triggering moment.
Yeah.
Or you both passed. Jeez, come on.
Yeah, probably. That's probably what.
Yeah.
I say, Fanty was saying that she misses her dad. We're actually looking for somebody, a friend of ours.
Oh, that's nice. But right now, I'd really like to play, and you all look like you'll be so much fun. And she turns to Petrit, and her grin just gets wider and wider.
Dude, you don't play with the little girl who's laughing. You don't go in the room. Don't go in the room. Who goes in the room? That's scarier.
And one sec, I gotta give you a picture of what this thing actually looks like.
Oh no, it's a
It looks
thing.
like a little,
it's a
looks
thing.
like a little girl.
No. Never go. What the fuck is this thing?
Yeah, you
No!
did not describe her as multi-armed spider lady.
Yeah, you did a pretty poor job of that description, Matt.
Well, that's
She looks way more like a spider than you led us to believe.
because she has some kind of weird aura where she appears as a little girl. Now that she is turning to attack Petrit, her form is revealed to him, as this creature, this four-armed creature that looks like it has almost like insect legs, and it turns and it takes a swipe at Petrit with her claw. That's a 21 to hit. You're flat-footed.
Hey, I didn't see an attack roll.
Yeah, I made it whisper to me.
Well, that's less fun.
21 hits.
All right, so you are going to take 6 damage.
Oh, that's nothing.
And
I'll take Nightmare Spider Girl over 3 wise guys any day.
Well, we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative next month.
There it is.
On War for the Crown by Inspired Incompetence.
Don't go towards the laughing girl. Don't do that.
See ya.
See ya.